Eating only clean foods and trying to eat 100% clean is one of the worst approaches you can take to dieting. Now, I know this sounds counterintuitive and you probably think that, I should eat chicken, rice and broccoli and only eat clean foods to get the body that I want. I have to surely sacrifice all of the foods that I enjoy. I'm telling you with a lot of coaching experience that this is not the case. I've built a fantastic physique. I've seen big changes in my shape and the clients that I've coached by actually factoring in more junk food and making sure that they can actually sustain their progress, because it's all well and good going for a diet, rapidly losing weight and dropping your calories really low to see fast results. But can you actually sustain those results? Because a fat loss phase is only successful if you can actually keep off the body fat for good. This is where most people mess up on their fat loss diet, because if you eat chicken, rice and broccoli every day out of a container, I can guarantee you one thing, and that is you're going to quit that diet within about 4 weeks. You may lose a few kilos in the first few weeks, but you're just going to put all that weight back on because you can't sustain it, and you've sacrificed all the meals that you enjoy, all the food out, all the pizzas, all the burgers, all the foods you were eating previously, and you're not going to be able to sustain it. So I'm going to give you a much smarter approach to this so that you can actually, 1, enjoy your diet, 2, get leaner and see the results that you're looking for in the gym, get to your fat loss goals, and actually enjoy the process of dieting as much as you possibly can. Because the reality is, at some points it's going to be difficult and you've just got to get the work done. So there's no way around getting through a fat loss phase, getting into a calorie deficit. It is going to be tough at times, and so you have to make this as painless as possible. First thing is basing each meal around a protein source. I can't tell you an exact meal plan or exact foods to follow because everyone watching this is going to be different. Everyone has different food preferences. You may eat fish, you may be vegan, but the main thing is starting by making your meals super filling through a high protein diet. Why is protein so important? Protein is important because it's going to help you build muscle faster, which leads to greater changes in shape and getting that toned shape that you're looking for. And it's going to keep you more full between meals. So the reason you're probably snacking a lot at the moment, and a lot of common issues I see with clients when they first come on board, is they're really hungry between their meals. That's when you're going to be at work, you get stressed, you reach for food, your snacking picks up, your calories get high, and then you put weight on. Whereas if each meal is filling with a lot of protein, you're less likely to snack and your calorie count is probably going to stay more sensible. And looking at your plate, quarter of it should be protein. Then we want fruit and veg to be filling us up, so loads of fruit and veg to create a high volume on each plate, and this is going to keep you super full as well. Now, I'm not your mum or dad. I shouldn't have to nag you to eat your fruit and veg like you're a child. Unfortunately, it's just part of life that we need to be eating our fruit and veg, and you are going to be feeling a lot better for it in terms of energy levels, and there's no way around this. So just get it done. Just get some fruit and veg in your diet. Pick the ones that you hate the least or that you enjoy, get them on your plate as well. Once you set up your diet with protein and fruit and veg, and you are then adding a little bit of carbs, a sensible carb portion will suffice. So for example, quarter of your plate protein, quarter carbs, half fruit and veg. These meals are going to be super filling, not massively high on calories, and you probably will naturally create a calorie deficit, which is what we need for fat loss. So calorie deficit meaning burning more calories than you are consuming, burning calories through moving around day to day, steps, cardio, being in the gym, and then the amount of calories you're consuming, both liquids and food do count, I'm afraid. But you need to create this calorie deficit to lose fat, and the starting point of building each meal around a protein source is going to help you create that habit and probably naturally lower your calorie levels. Back to the elephant in the room. How do you stick to this diet without going insane and hating your life? You've got to factor in some fun foods that you enjoy. What I do with clients is at the start of the week, we do a check-in. We make sure that they know what they're doing for that week to be on track. And what my clients will do is they'll notify me of any upcoming social events or plans. So for example, let's say you've got a meal out with your partner on the Saturday, and then Friday night you want to have a couple of drinks with your friends. Then what you're going to need to do is plan ahead at the start of the week. Drop your calories a little bit earlier in the week, maybe Monday to Thursday, shave off a couple of 100 calories each day. Those extra calories that you've saved and planned ahead can then go to that meal out or to a couple of alcoholic drinks. If you don't plan ahead, what will happen is you'll stay on track Monday to Friday, weekend comes, calories go crazy high, You go for a few drinks, that turns into eating loads of food at the end of the night, and maybe the next day if you're hungover, and the cycle repeats itself. And this is what I was doing. I was doing this for ages and making the same mistakes. So instead, plan ahead for social events and factor in some fun food. So if you're someone that has sweet tooth cravings regularly and you want to satisfy the sweet tooth craving with some lower calorie alternatives, some tips that I provided to clients that's been really helpful for them are things like mixing protein powder with low-fat Greek yogurt, some berries is going to be a nice sweet snack. You can add some oats in there maybe, and then other things like lower calorie alternatives for the snacks you're currently having. So if you've got a sudden urge to eat a 1,000 calorie bar of chocolate, maybe replace that with a smaller chocolate bar or a protein bar, and this is going to probably satisfy that sweet tooth craving with a lower calorie count and probably keep you a bit more full if it is a protein bar. The other thing you can look at is lower calorie alternatives to popular sweet snacks. So if you like your ice cream, go for a lower calorie or protein ice cream. If you love popcorn, which I do, get yourself some skinny popcorn. My general rule of thumb with snacking to my clients and for myself is if you can moderate it, then factor it a little bit in each day. So maybe one small chocolate bar each day. You can easily fit that 200-300 calories into your calorie target for each day. If you cannot moderate it, for example, me eating Doritos, I could eat a huge bag of chips and I will not ration them at all. So I just don't buy them. So do not buy the foods and do not stock the cupboards with foods that you know you'll binge on, and that will help keep the calories down. Now, in terms of actually achieving your fat loss goals over the long term, these are the tips that are going to help you sustain it. So factoring in some foods that you enjoy, some sweet treats, some fun snacks, some meals out each week, and that is going to help you keep your sanity and then keep your focus midweek when you are doing meal prep or when you're cooking your less interesting meals. Now you'll have more of a balance to your diet, you can actually stick to it in the long term, and a reminder that you do need a calorie deficit in order to lose fat. So what I would start with is your 3 high protein meals a day and find a calorie calculator online. So find an estimate for how many calories you need based on your body weight, your height, your activity levels. It's just an estimate. Start tracking your calories in MyFitnessPal or a similar app. And then after a couple of weeks, if your body weight's coming down, you are in a deficit, congratulations, continue. If you're not in a calorie deficit and your body weight stalls, decrease your calories a little bit more, up your activity levels, go again. But the tips that we talked about here in terms of the practical implementation of your diet and to make it more sustainable is going to help you get a lot further in this process than if you try and eat 100% clean out the gate, because I guarantee you will not be able to stick to it. I hope you found these tips useful. If you did, drop the video a like and subscribe if you're new to the page. I would love to see you on the next video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon.